Thanks for joining us from Ruby Buckle East here in Perry, Georgia. I'm Amy Wilson here at the EQN Sports Desk, driven by Holiday Auto Group, and I love having Ceri Ward come back up and join us at the desk. You do a lot of winning, so we get to talk to you a lot about your awesome horses. Congratulations again.
Thank you.
So you won the 1D of round 2 of the Derby with an incredible 14.538. Can you put into words how cool it is to run a time like that here?
No, I can't, honestly. You know, that horse, we've had him since he was a 2-year-old, and it's some of my career highlight wins have been with that horse. And, you know, he's had things here and there, just some setbacks, and he just comes back every time just better and better. So it's a blast.
That is really impressive to have those setbacks and just keep overcoming it and be even better when he comes back. Slick Swingin' Gypsy, the 2018 Black Gelding by Slick by Design. We've talked a lot about this horse because you guys have done a lot of winning. Kind of take us through some of those highlights.
I think he won three or four futurities as a futurity horse, Royal Crown being one of them. And then I won the BFA Derby on him. And, you know, like, as a trainer, that's a life goal, you know, the BFA, the prestige in it. So that was exciting. And he's won second, I think, at like 4 or 5 futurities too, and some Derby titles. So I think he's getting close to 300. So.
And adding to it here today, 62.50 for first place for the owner, 781 for the stallion, and also for the breeder as well. So 14.538. That is so cool. So last year, I feel like it was all about the lucky hat, right?
And here I am back with it again. This is where I got it last year.
But I've been told that you also chose a specific shirt. Yeah. Tell us that.
So yesterday was rough. It was not same story as last year. I think I had to buy a hat to switch my luck around, but Blaze won the first go in the Derby yesterday in the same color shirt, and this morning I'm like, I'm gonna try a little Blaze Wheeler luck, you know. And so I went with the same color, and apparently it worked. So
yeah, not that you need any extra luck, but
sometimes you just, you know, trick yourself into thinking it's a new, better day, you know.
Right.
So, but it's fun.
With that being said, yesterday you did tip a barrel, so you came back and just made this incredible run. Did you do anything different?
So yesterday he slipped pretty good at the first, and a little fault on my part. I maybe just kind of let off at the second. You know, he slipped pretty good at the first and still ran a 7.0, would have, you know, won the round, but I drugged the second, so I didn't want to do that again. In the stalls yesterday after I ran, I was just, you know, I just barely got it, but I was talking to Blaze and Brian, and both of them were kind of like, I think you should try this, you know, and it's not something that I normally do, but I'm like, hey, I'm open to it, you know. So I schooled him literally around the second barrel 2 times before I ran him today, and then I just didn't back off. So he's aggressive, and I stayed aggressive, and it worked.
Yeah, such a fast move on the backside of the second. I noticed that on today's run.
He's so strong, and he's so light and reactive, but he's so physical. I joke a lot of times. We watch the video, you can probably see I leave the third barrel and I check the rafters half the time. I better make sure I have hold of the saddle horn because he whiplashed me a little most of the time, but it's all right. Just keep going forward. So.
Yeah, that's hilarious. Well, let's take a look at this awesome run. 14.538. I'm going to say it again because it's incredibly fast. What do you think?
He was just spot on. I mean, that's as fun as it gets. And I was running to the third. I was like, don't mess it up now, you know, just don't hit a barrel. And then I was like, nope, stay aggressive. And I did. And he just shows up. He's just an incredible horse to run that hard and let you handle him like he does. And he's so fun. I think you see probably right there. If it was in slow motion, you could see I get whiplashed, but
yeah, watching that run, first looked so fast, and then second, that huge move on the backside driving off, and then third just as fast. I mean, that was a really cool run.
Thank you.
You've had a lot of those on him.
Yeah, you don't get a lot of horses like that. I'm thankful, you know, we've had him and got to do what we have with him, and business side of me probably should have sold him a long time ago, but gosh, I enjoy that horse. So he's staying. So.
Yeah, well, there's a lot to be said about, I mean, you do a lot for your business, but just for the joy that a horse can bring you and the experiences and all
For
of that.
sure, and to be able to stay on a horse that's a horse like him that can win like that, it's so much confidence, and it keeps that competitive edge, and
Yeah.
I don't really have a choice how fast he's going because he's going fast, and it helps me, just stay in the groove and remember how fast you really do have to go to win, because these things are running hard.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah.
I don't think some people that have been on, or someone who hasn't been on that caliber of horse knows just how powerful they are.
And too, as trainers, we spend all week at home training. Our 2-year-olds are coming in now, so we're starting to ride them, and the 3s for next year, and then you have to show up and try to get on the futurity colts and win, and sometimes it's easy to not have good timing or remember how fast you've got to go to win, and he doesn't really give me a choice because he's going fast.
Speaking of the young horses you have at home, what kind of hours are you riding? Because it's been so hot at home.
I am really ready for summer to be over.
You might not say that in the dead of winter.
I'm a winter girl.
Oh, okay.
I'm all about it. I'm fine. We have horses saddled before daylight. I don't have lights or an indoor, so as soon as daybreak or light enough to ride, we start riding, and we usually try to be done by 10 or 11, and that's done riding. So
yeah. Well, with all these wins, you might be getting an indoor.
Yeah, we're gonna do a lot of winning. Then I'd never get a break,
That's true. Yeah, it's probably best this way. That way you have time to.
Yeah, not having a barn. Sometimes I say God gives us holidays, when it rains and stuff. So
that's true.
With an indoor, you don't get those.
That's a good way to look at it.
Yeah.
I like your positive outlook on everything in life. So you're running 5 different horses here in Perry. Anything you want to say about any of those?
I think I maybe placed or close to placing on one of Leslie's mares, Just Genesis, won in the Derby today. We kind of fumbled around yesterday, and then the Flinging Goodbyes futurity mare, she pretty much fell down at the first yesterday, still made a great run, and I think she's winning second in the round, maybe placing on the average right now. So, they've been good. It's been fun.
Did you run a 7?
Yeah, I did.
Unbelievable. It's so cool.
It's those horses, I think too right now I'm really lucky to have all those together, and it just kind of helps them all feed off each other. So
yeah, for sure. Well, good luck the rest of the time here. Congratulations on all the winning. One of the winningest contestants here in the pink and ruby buckle, and we love having Ceri Ward join us. Big congratulations to her on Slick Swingin' Gypsy. They won the 1D in round number 2 of the Derby here at Ruby Buckle East. We're in Perry, Georgia. I'm Amy Wilson. This is the EQN Sports Desk, driven by Holiday Auto.